Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jeffrey Infante. We're Real Estate Talk today. And today I have my partners here, Josh DeBrossard and Jenny Clement. And today, guys, we have a special guest for you guys, and I am so excited. Elizabeth Succart, how you doing?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. So Elizabeth, when we start the show, we like to ask numerous questions, obviously. And it's just so the people that are hearing can know what you're doing and also just learn from this, right? Because we're here to educate the public and also share the experiences that each and one of us have uniquely, right? So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay. My name is Elizabeth Succart. I am the owner and lead photographer for MadiLacie Photography. I shoot a little bit of everything from weddings, families, maternity sessions, older children, senior sessions, and branding as well.
Awesome.
I've been living in Rhode Island for almost 30 years, so Rhode Island is home for me. Yeah. I currently reside in Cranston, and I am a mother of 2 beautiful girls who are 15 years old.
Wow. Now, you do this full-time, assuming,
Correct,
right?
yes.
Right? So how do you, what brought you to this? Like, what led you to photography?
I honestly think that photography landed on my lap in a way that I just utilize it as an outlet. As a first-time mom with twin daughters, I needed to escape formula and diapers.
Did you say twin daughters?
Twin daughters,
okay.
yes. And I was losing my ever-loving mind, to say the least. As any first-time mom, I was obsessed with capturing every milestone of my daughters, from their first steps to, their smiles and the first words and all of that good stuff. So I also was infatuated and wanted to photograph other family members, whether if it's just the cousins or if I had a close family friend who was pregnant, so I would take their pictures, and then somehow I was invited or asked to photograph a wedding, and I was like, hey, you're crazy. I'm not the one. But that's how it began, and it catapulted from there, little by little. It snowballed from there, and this is when Facebook and Instagram this was like 13, 14 years ago.
Wow.
And social media was just becoming a thing. So I was just posting pictures. I would take pictures of flowers or trees, of a branch or whatever, and people would be like, wow, you do such a great job. And I'm like, thanks, sure, But it was really, photography began for me as an outlet to escape.
Wow. That's awesome.
Feeling overwhelmed with mothering my 2 daughters and doing something else aside from just being a full-time mom.
Wow.
Correct.
Yeah. Did you do the wedding, though, seriously?
I did.
Oh, how'd it go?
It's all a blur. I was incredibly nervous. I remember just being excited and giving my all. I had no idea what I was doing. I hope I never run into those clients.
I bet you did a great job.
I don't know what setting the camera was on, but I was just winging it. And I was like, let's go, let's do this.
But did you have a camera or did you have your phone? Because I
had an actual camera. Okay. I had an actual camera, but I was so unaware of using my camera then. Again, the pressure of photographing a wedding was not something on my portfolio at all, but I was willing and I tried. And here I am.
Here you are, 13 years later.
I am doing it.
No risk, no reward.
Right. And we're gonna dive a little bit more deeper into that later on. I know Jenny has some questions too she might want to ask, but it's amazing, how you just, it became just that thing, and now you're actually
correct.
But we're gonna dive into that later.
So I know you do weddings.
Yes.
You do maternity, baby shower, all these things. But
yes.
What do you love to do the most?
Weddings. Yeah. Weddings. What mortified me the most, it is what sets my heart on fire. I love the hustle and bustle of a wedding day. I love being there with my bride, helping her get ready through the process of getting all the details, the flowers, the shoes, the dress, the rings, all of it. And of course, with the bridal party, getting to the church, portraiture pictures, the reception. All of it is just, I absolutely love it. It's a lot of work. It's a massive responsibility. But I feel like I have the personality for it. I have the energy for it.
Oh yeah, you definitely do have the energy.
I do. And I'm also a hopeful romantic, if you will. I love love.
Yeah.
And capturing for me in its rawest form for me is just absolutely a blessing for me.
Yeah.
So to say that I'm able to do a living out of capturing love, come on.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
great job right
Nice,
there.
nice.
Well, they say when you do what you love,
It's never a job.
right? It's never a
Right.
job.
Never.
So, well, you said that it's hard work, but for you,
It's
probably,
work.
it's probably not.
No,
because you
but
enjoy
I love it.
'cause
I
you
absolutely
enjoy
love it.
You
And
enjoy
I've
it.
been blessed with some amazing clients. Amazing clients. I mean, they're not just clients, but they also become friends. I mean, I'm capturing their engagement, their wedding, and then of course they have a baby, and they become a family, and then the baby becomes 1 or 2 or 5 years old, and have another baby. So it's just it blossoms into so much. I know that next year I'll be photographing a quinceañera, and I photographed her when she was in her mother's womb. So these are moments when I get
Yes.
invited into people's lives, and I don't take it for
touching.
granted.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But now, what's the being your own boss? What's good things or bad things about being your own boss?
I mean, the great stuff about being your own boss is just you are your own boss. You run your own show. You have your own hours. You pay yourself. But the responsibility of it all is, I don't believe there's such thing as balance. I mean, when you are mastering one thing, something is going to get sacrificed.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's just part of the game.
Right.
But for me, the great thing about being my own boss is I've been able to witness and been raising my daughters myself.
Right.
I have never had to put them in a daycare. I've never had to have someone else watch them for me. I've been a full-time mother to my daughters, and I have not missed any milestones of their lives. So that to me is a blessing.
Oh yes.
And of course, the cons is I'm a one-show man. I promote, I do the marketing, I do the financing, I am the editor, I am photographing, I am doing all of it myself. So it can be overwhelming.
Right.
But the fact that I have been able to be there for my daughters is, I know that not many can do that
Right.
and have to sacrifice that. So that for me, I will be able, I absolutely love it.
So, and you bring an interesting point because there's probably people that are listening to this right now that are working a 9-to-5 job, right? Where they're stuck there for half of their day at work, working for somebody else, building their wealth. And sometimes they scared to take that leap of faith, right? And I think you bring that interesting point where, you have to make that sacrifice.
Correct.
But you mentioned that you never missed any milestone for any of your daughters.
No.
And I think that's a true blessing, number
Yeah.
one. And then other people that are working that 9-to-5, overtime, et cetera, they're missing a lot of those moments with their family, et cetera, right? So, and this is why I bring this up, because those people are listening is, I'm sure they had that curiosity of like wanting to pursue entrepreneurship
Right.
and wanting to do something for their own. It's like, don't be scared,
No.
right? Don't be scared.
Or do it scared.
Do it scared, right?
Good.
Just
Good.
do it.
Right.
Good.
Just
Because I
do
was
it.
mortified.
Right.
Yeah.
I was mortified. Do it scared.
Yes.
It's not to be scared. There's a lot to be afraid of. However, fear can overwhelm you and paralyze you from pursuing your dream and your purpose. So to me, I was in a position where, unfortunately, I had separated from my girls' father, and I had to provide. And childcare, we all know, is super expensive, and I don't trust nobody with my kids, period. But nevertheless, I wanted to be there for my girls as well, and I'm like, okay, I need to I did not want to make my photography a hobby anymore. I needed to pursue it as a business. So therefore, I made it serious. I started charging, little by little, putting myself there on social media, went and got my LLC, created a business account, putting myself in a situation where I had no choice but to take it very seriously. And I was mortified.
Right.
And I failed so many times, and I'm still learning. I learned.
Right.
Trial and error has been my best friend.
Yes.
And
a lot of people take that as a mistake, right? They say that failure, you fail, that's it.
No.
Failure is a blessing. When you fail, you learn from that, you
Correct.
pick up, and then you just elevate yourself to the next step.
correct. No, I messed up so many times whether it was with my camera, learning the settings, learning light, learning flash, learning so much, learning to pose people, learning to pose families or weddings, learning how to promote myself, learning how to even negotiate pricing.
Right.
All of that. I mean, I lowballed myself a lot in the very beginning, but I was building my portfolio little by little until I no longer had to introduce myself and people know me and recognize me. And that, my God, establishing my reputation and credibility with my clients is everything to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You have any more?
I do have one question. What advice would you give to someone looking to pursue a career in photography?
Do it. Start. Do not compare yourself to the other person who has all the equipment in the world. Because you can very much have the talent and the gift in itself and not be equipped physically with all the camera equipment.
Right.
You can have a natural innate to be able to photograph people without having all the equipment, where the next person could have all the equipment and they're not that gifted, respectfully. You know, just start. Do it. Do it afraid. You know, put yourself out there, start photographing. I don't care if it's nature, going for walks or whatever it is, and putting yourself out there, exposing yourself. Not comparing yourself. There's enough on the table for all of us to eat.
Yes, I always say that.
And ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to reach out to one that is already more advanced than you are, because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
You know, and education is key. Learning. I asked all the questions. Till this day, even where I'm at right now as a photographer, I still inquire and ask the questions. When I don't know something, I want to be able to grow. So.
Right. That's awesome. You have another question for her?
That was it. Thank you.
So the other question we have, I mean, I know is you might have touched based on this a little bit, but how do you balance like the family life and
She
the?
did touch on that. Yes.
Yeah, you did. Oh, she did. Okay.
She said there was no balance.
I don't
really.
think there's such thing as
Yeah,
balance.
and I agree
think
with
once
that.
we let go of
I
the
agree.
idea of balance, we free ourselves from being able to put ourselves under that scrutiny and pressure.
Right.
You know, okay, let's say you're spending great quality time with your family. Work is going to be compromised. You spend
Right.
a lot of quality time at work.
Right.
Something is going to be. It's just something's going to be sacrificed.
Yes.
It's all sacrificing, you know. But it's learning the seasons and all of it, you know, and learning, okay, I need to spend more time with my family. Let me focus more on here, getting off my phone, paying attention to, you know, having more one-on-one with my daughters and, you know, doing extracurricular activities that are not, you know, that I'm not in the work environment. Then I have to get back into work because I have to respond to clients and to emails. My girls know that. They understand that I am my own boss. In order for me to be able to provide for them and take care of them, communicating to them what is required of me as a mother and as a business owner in order for me to hold it down.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Can't say it any better than that. That's
Yes.
awesome. So, I mean, and I want to mention this to you. You a reader?
I am.
What would be one of your favorite books, and what inspired you from that book? If you can grab something from that.
Absolutely. Currently, this is my second time reading this book. It's the Sarah Jakes Roberts book, Woman Involved. And it's stacked it's stacked with women empowerment type of book. And I love that because it just fuels me and empowers me, because as any other woman, we have our insecurities. We feel, you know, we have our days where you don't feel like you have it all together. But this book for me ignites and reminds me that fear is a lie and that we eat it by the spoonful. And something also that entails in the book is that, if I can paraphrase this, it's that when we subdue the giants within us, we're teaching others to subdue it as well. Wow. That us pursuing our dreams and our purpose is not just for us, but for others as well, and paving the way for others as well. I want to be impactful in my business to be able to say, if I can do it, you can do it too.
That's amazing.
So that for me, you know, we think that our dreams is just for us and making our goals and money for us. No, you are setting the example for someone else to be able to say, if it happened for me, it can happen for somebody else. So
awesome.
that is something that I want my business to be about. you know, so.
That's really good. That's
Well,
good.
Elizabeth, thank you very much.
Thank
Very
you for
inspiring.
having me.
Yeah.
This was awesome. I was nervous for nothing.
You did great.
Thank you. I was nervous for nothing. This is awesome.
Is great. This is great. Well, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoy the show, guys. And again, my name is Jeff Infante, Josh DeBrossard, and Jenny Clements. We're Real Estate Talk today. Till the next time, take care.
Bye.
Yo.